Can an Apex Legends coach IGL 2 randoms to a rank win? Let's talk about that. Yo, what's going on everyone? Coach District here, and today we got a different Wednesday upload for you guys. Usually on Wednesdays we do these like ranked-ul, guess your rank type videos where you guys send clips, we watch it over, we kind of, break it down, we try to understand, what things you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and then we kind of, based off of those plays, we guess your rank. Now, unfortunately, yesterday on stream, I actually did a ranked-ul video with the chat, and we were guessing people's ranks and stuff, and I totally forgot that you can only do one ranked-ul series a day, and it updates, like the day updates like towards the end of the night. So I accidentally did today's recording yesterday on stream. So instead of doing a ranked-ul video today, what we're actually going to be doing is we're going to be going over my gameplay, a ranked game that I had with 2 randoms who actually ended up being, some viewers of mine. So with that being said, let's hop into today's ranked video and see if we can break down my clips so that you guys can understand a little bit better how you should be playing ranked to enhance your gameplay. Let's get it. So first things first, I haven't really been playing all that much ranked this season. My hands are really hurting me. If you know, we've been talking about it a lot recently. Our hands are just absolutely destroyed from how much we've played in the recent past. So I am currently almost platinum in this game. This is like a week or two ago, towards like the very beginning of the season. This is going to be an early ranked game. And yeah, it's actually funny because right after this match here, all of the teammates who I got were either current preds or like pro players who were like still in platinum. So it was really weird. As soon as we did this game, my teammates started getting insanely skilled. So let's hop right on into this video. First things first, something that you'll kind of notice with how I like to play is I always like to land on the edge of the map. I know some teams like to land middle map. The main reason why I personally don't like doing that is because any teams who finish their fights or who finish crafting or who finish looting really quick on the edge of the map, they usually start rotating into zone. Versus when you're landing on the edge of the map, you don't really need to worry about teams rotating into you, right? Especially if you're on like the outer corners here, because everyone likes to either go out towards the middle, right? And they don't really tend to go out to the absolute edge of the map. So areas that I've really liked landing recently are Bio, Divided, Backup, Breaker War, and Foundry. And this way, if teams start rotating, they are less likely to rotate into me and more likely to rotate into other teams, giving me the ability, as you can see here, to rotate to the POIs that they've already left. By the way, if you don't know, POI is just point of interest. It's the name of an area. So like the POI here is core, right? And then they would leave their POI, go rotate out. We would rotate in, and then we would either get a beacon or we'll get like another chance to craft, or, we get to pick up the scraps that they didn't grab. So what you'll typically see from me when I'm playing ranked is I like to land in very specific spots, typically the edge of the map. And then that way I have easy rotations while people leave. And something that I always like to do is I like to look at my mini map at the top left corner of the screen. When you see there's like red dots, you know that there's people who are kind of like flying in with you, right? So you always need to make sure that you're paying attention to if there's any teams coming around you. Now, something that is really important when you are looting is try not to land on your teammates. As you can see right here, my teammate chose to land on me, right? Which maybe, I don't know. I think I forgot to ping where I was going. He didn't ping where he was going. So, it's an honest mistake. Oh, I have my gameplay display thing turned on. I'm going to turn that off really quick. Whoops. Get rid of that. My bad. But yeah, something that you want to make sure that you don't do is landing on your teammates. So if you can ping where you're going, that's super important, because now your teammates know not to land on you. Now, me and I think this is Gator or Chater, I don't know what his name is, we're now fighting each other for the exact same loot, right? We are contesting each other to get the exact same things, which means that he's not going to get very much, I'm not going to get very much, and now we have to leave this area with less loot. As opposed to if he had landed, somewhere else, he could get a whole bunch of loot right away. I could get a whole bunch of loot right away, and we're able to cover more ground quicker, and then we can leave this area or craft sooner. Something else is I always like to loot from the back to the front. Or in this situation, or like, let's just say you don't have a beacon or a crafter, you're always going to land in the back of the POI and then loot towards the front of it so that when you're ready to leave, you're already, like, you finished looting where you're going to be leaving from. What you notice here with me is I am landing in the front of the POI so that I can loot moving towards the crafter, grab the materials, craft, and then we'll leave going backwards. It's really important that you guys do the best that you can to just talk with your teammates, right? And try to build a friendship while you're playing. One, because you're going to build, trust and confidence with the people that you're playing. If they like you, personally, you know, maybe they think that you're a cool guy, they're more inclined to help you out in situations where you need help, and they're more inclined to listen to things that you have to say. Whenever I'm solo queuing, I always try, especially if I'm playing ranked, not so much when I play pubs, because pubs doesn't matter so much, but whenever I'm playing ranked, I'm always, you know, trying to talk to my guys. Hey man, so what, you guys on a team together? You guys know each other? Oh, you guys play on a team together. You're part of a challenger circuit team. Cool. How is that going for you guys? Nice. What inputs do you play on? Right? And just get to know your teammates. Now, another thing too is when it comes to ranked, I don't mind rotating late in round 1 and sometimes in round 2. They did recently update how much damage the storm does for season 18. Round 1 and 2 do significantly more damage, so you can't chill in storm as easily as you could before. You have to be a little bit more aware of your health, and you have to like really make sure that you have medkits, especially in round 2. Like round 2 is actually like kind of hard to live in now. But again, I don't mind leaving late because it gives other teams the chance to rotate, and then we don't have to run into them for those first couple rounds. We can take extra time to craft, and we can do, you know, whatever we want basically. So right here, what you'll kind of notice is like, we're coming back, we're going to go craft, we're going to take our time, we're going to make sure that we're set up, right? Because we want to be set up for the end game. Ranked is all about getting ready so that you can win the end game. A lot of people always ask me, District, like, how do I rank up easily? It's not so much about what you can do to no. Ranked is all about getting points, right? And if we look at how you gather points in ranked, it all comes from your placement. Your kills and assists obviously will boost your placement points, right? But the majority of your points are going to come from getting placement. So if we can constantly make sure that we're making it to the end game, and then we're doing well in the end game, that's how you secure points so that you can continuously be ranking up. What I like to do is I like to make sure that I craft up my shields to at least a blue, make sure I have some batteries and some ammo, right? And then I'm round 1 and 2, I'm purely focused on getting ready for round 3 and 4. And then when I get to round 3 and 4, I'm purely focused on, okay, what do I need to do so that I am set up so that when we get into like those last couple rings, like we're almost guaranteed to win this game. So right here, what you'll kind of notice, right, is we're gathering our loot, we're doing good, we're leaving a little late, which is totally fine because it's only the first, you know, it's only the first round. Storm doesn't really do all that much damage still, right? So we're chilling. Now we're going to start, you know, rotating into divide, and now we're going to go for our second round of crafting. So now, right, if we kind of look here at our screen, I'll wait for like the bar to like leave, right? I have blue shields. All my teammates all have blue shields. Now we're going to start getting ready to craft up the purple shields, right? And now when we get into those next couple rounds, we're going to be so set, especially since they've also nerfed loot on the ground, right? So like now, like POIs, it's less likely to find like high level shields on the floor. So this is why kind of like making sure you take the time to set up and craft is super, super important now. It's actually really awesome to see that my teammate is playing crypto and he's actually going to go scan this survey beacon here. The survey beacons show you where people are on the map. Versus control legends, they have the old recon ability of knowing where the next zone is going to be. So what a lot of pros call this ability here, or this passive ability, is they call this map room, right? My crypto is scanning map room. He's going to see where everyone is. And now that we're scanning beacon here, we can see, okay, we're going to have 2 teams in front of us and we're going to have 2 teams to the right of us. So we know moving left is going to be significantly safer than moving right because there's going to be a lot of pressure on us over here. And when we do come to right here, we need to be very wary and cautious of the teams that are going to be immediately in front of us. This team also knows that we're on the way because they can see us scanning beacon right here. So my teammates need to play a little slow as they walk in, and this team needs to play very cautious knowing that we're coming in also. My teammate just scanned 2 enemies in the area, or 2 teams, so now we need to make sure that we're cautious and we're paying attention to what's going on. Looking around left, right. Now, this is something that I like to do, and a lot of people don't really know about this. I call this edging your screen. There might be a technical term for this, but I call it edging. I mean, if you're an adult, maybe that's a little too explicit for you. But something that I do a lot is I put where I want to look on the edge of my screen. So for example, if you play on a high FOV, it makes everything really big and fisheyed. So anything that's in the middle of your screen gets really small. Anything that's on the edge of your screen gets really big. So instead of taking out my weapon, looking down my sight, making me walk slower, right, so that I can zoom in. Instead, what I do is I put the edge of my screen where I want to look. So now I'm able to look at this bridge and have it nice and zoomed in, right? And what you'll notice is whenever I'm running around, I typically will kind of edge my screen with where I want to see stuff. Now, right here, we know that there's a team that's directly in front of us. What a lot of people might do is go, oh, they're fighting, and then they'll jump in right away. The issue with that is that if you move in too soon, right, that team may not be in a situation where they aren't going to be looking at you. Or how do I want to rephrase this? The team that you're trying to push may not be in a situation where they can't look at you. Meaning, when you move up, if they see that, they're going to be able to put a lot of focus in on you. So right here, as you notice, we're going to slow down and we're going to wait for this team to actually be committed to their gunfight, because I don't know if this team is playing in the building and they're going to wait for this team to like zip rail in and then they're going to fight them. I don't know if the two teams are already on top of each other. I don't know if this team is going to get to the building, hold, and then shoot the team out here because they're just going to like sit in a building like on the edge of the map, or just like chill over here. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm going to slow down. I'm going to wait until I figure out what is going on, and then I'm going to wait for an opportunity to push. All right. And again, one major thing is you want to engage with people as often as possible, but you want to push people when they can't engage you. So if these two teams here are committed and they're fighting each other super hard, we can push up because they're not worried about us. They're purely worried about the team that's in front of them. They're fighting hard. We want to make sure that we're looking to move up now if they're getting more and more committed.
Put your EMP underneath so that we can like pop it as we're pulling up. Popping off. Nice.
I'm looking to get involved here. I'm looking to get committed, but I don't want to push in too hard because I don't know what's going on. I don't want to put myself into a situation where I'm going to get stuck, right? So I'm just going to play aggressive from where it's safe. I'm not going to drop down for no reason. I want to make sure that I'm playing aggressive from where I can keep my health up. Now I see he's on flesh. What a lot of people here will do is they'll just sit on the door and they'll kind of wait for the person to start healing. What you need to know is that you can kick a door in 3 times before a battery finishes. That means that if he's trying to pop a battery right now because we just shot him on flesh, he's gonna have to literally pray to God that I don't have enough time to kick in this door 3 times. So as soon as I see someone get to a door and they start healing, I kick as soon as possible because it gives me the best chance of getting that door kicked in before they finish popping that battery. You see, like right there, he wasn't able to finish. Go for the thirst. Now I can armor swap if I need, right? If I thirst him right away, now I can armor swap in case I take damage and someone pushes me. Or when my teammate gets picked up, he's going to be able to instantly armor swap that box. So there's a person pulling up. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm going to back that up.
No, he's up.
Armor swap this box. You're good, you're good, you're good. The reason why I didn't cancel the res is because the guy was too far away to actually be able to do anything before I picked up my teammate. Now I am kind of risking it, right? But at the same time, I'm giving my team the chance to do something here. You might have been able to hear if you had a headset on. Maybe if you're on a phone, you might hear it, right? But he was on the zip line as I was about halfway through resing him. So that means that if I cancel, I can go peek him, sure, right? But if I get this res off, he's only going to be about at the bottom of the stairs here as my teammate gets picked up. Now, my teammate, unfortunately, gets a shot through the glass here. I don't even know how that's possible, right? He gets knocked. That's fine. This guy is still a little bit of ways away. If he tries to push up, I want you to think, is there any cover right down here, right? If I play this rail here, is there any cover there? If he comes on the stairs, is there any cover on the stairs, right? So right now, I'm safe. If this guy wants to push me, he's going to have to move through the open. He's going to be very vulnerable. So instead of letting him come to me, I'm going to watch and I'm going to peek out and engage him, right? While he's in a vulnerable state. Easy kill. Now we can start rezzing, start taking care of everyone. If you guys watched a video from last week where we kind of talked about when we're peeking people, you should never go for a one clip. You should always poke out, do damage, come back in, poke out, do damage, come back in. The reason why we do that is because everything you do to someone, they can do right back to you. So if I go for a one clip on someone, he also has the chance to one clip me. But if I bring myself back into cover, that person has to react to me now not being in the open. They have to stop shooting, which means they're going to miss a couple shots. And then while I'm in cover, I'm keeping my health up. I'm keeping my ammo up. I can come back out with the extra ammo and the extra health that I have. And that's exactly what happens right here. Well, you'll notice here, is as this person starts pulling up, watch, I go for damage, cover. He's shooting at nothing, right? Look at his bullets missing, which means that he's wasting ammo and I'm keeping all of my ammo and all of my health right now. So now when I go to peek him, he finished his entire magazine. He had to reload, right? So I'm going to use cover, keep my health up, make him waste shots, come back out, do extra damage with all the extra ammo and all the extra health that I have. And that's how you're going to get really easy kills inside of a 1v1 situation, is engage them, initiate a fight, right? Make them waste ammo, come back in, re-peek them.
Swap and check banners to see if there's more teams here.
Asking my crypto if he can check banners. Again, right, when you build a relationship with your team, especially, you know, it kind of works out for me because my teammates know that I'm a coach and they probably know that I'm a good player, right? But when you build a relationship with your team over the course of the beginning of the match, right, it's going to be a lot easier for you to talk to your teammates and ask them to do stuff. Guys, I need you to follow me for this reason. They're going to be more inclined to do that because they like you. Right? So talking on your microphone is so important. You got to make sure you do it. All right, so now that we're kind of coming towards the middle of the match, something that I like to start focusing on and practicing is making sure that I'm in a position that will be hard for teams to push so that I can work my way into the map as opposed to being stuck in a spot where teams are going to always be engaging me. So right now, if we look at the map, let's take a second and look at where teams can come from, all right? If I'm on the edge right over here, let's just pretend that let's pretend that we don't even know where people are on the map. If we put ourselves on this edge of the map right here, we only need to worry about what's in front of us, right? Everything over here. Versus if I put myself out over here, right? Well, now I need to worry about teams possibly coming in from my back, from the, you know, open side of the map, right? Or the open side of last ring. Same thing here, right? If I'm putting myself over here, I need to worry about all the potential teams rotating in from this side, which is what we're seeing right now. Is we're going to have this team rotate in late. We're going to have this team rotate in. So even if this team here was playing in this spot, well, they're going to have this team come and fight them, this team come and fight them, and possibly this team come and fight them from one spot or another. Versus if we're on the edge, closer to the storm side, we don't need to worry about teams coming into our back because the storm is protecting us. So what my goal is right now is to get my team into a safe side with storm that's going to protect us, and then also a position that will physically protect us because either it has high ground or it has a really good powerful spot, or what we call god spots. So for instance, this side here in Terraformer, if we can play Terraformer, this whole side of the map is uphill, which means that we get to head glitch the hill and everyone will be stuck underneath us. So my goal is to get my team into the god spot, one, because it has storm protecting us, and two, because it has the literal physical properties of a power spot, the high ground, all uphill, right? It's going to be super hard for teams to push us. Another thing too is, right, is like reinform your teammates. My teammate just hit a scan. I said, really good scan, good stuff, right? I'm letting him know I like the things that he's doing, so that way he's going to be more inclined to do those things in the future for me. Also, if you enjoy watching these types of gameplays, consider joining either this channel as a YouTube member or go look at my District Raw channel. The link will be in the channel section on this YouTube channel. It has all the other channels that either I own or my agency owns, or the teams that I'm on. So if you go check out the District Raw channel, I'm going to be uploading like all uncut long form games there. So like you'll be able to watch this entire game without me talking over it and just kind of like see how I play it overall without any of the skips and stuff. Then right now we're looking to start walking on over into the spots that we want to be playing on, right? I mentioned before how I want to be in that power spot. So now we're working our way up into this power spot. Again, don't be afraid to fight teams, to play in the spots that you know you need to take to set yourself up for the end game. Ranked is all about winning the match. You get the most points from winning. The kills obviously give you a boost. So it's not so much that you need to kill everyone, but you need to make sure that you're set up for the end game. If there's already a team here, that's fine. Right? Think to yourself, am I going to be able to take a fight here so that I can secure this spot? And if so, maybe you should consider doing it. We know that there's a team here, especially since they're rezzing right here. We want to make sure that we can control this side of the map so that we're set up for the end game, okay? Let me back this up because I said something important here for you guys. Make sure we're moving to height first. They finished up top, right? Let's make sure that we're prioritizing taking up here so that when they do come back, we're in that more powerful position. Talking to my team about, hey, We know this team is going to be coming back. We know this team's going to be coming back. Let's make sure that we're in a powerful spot so that when they do come back, we're going to be ready to take this gunfight.
Yeah, we can focus this. Get aggro here. Get aggro here. There's one bottom left of us. One bottom left, Bacon. I don't know where he's at, though. Where's this guy that we knocked? Can we get a quick thirst on him?
At this point, we kind of lost where everyone was, and we don't really know what's happening. Pathfinder got away. The knock guy crawled away somewhere. The third guy managed to get away from us. So it's all good. We'll find them later on in the match. We don't need to worry too much about them. Our goal is to make sure that we're getting ready for this end game. So we're going to make sure that we're moving up, controlling that power spot, so that when the end game comes, we're going to be in those good spots. Try to make sure you have grenades. Grenades are really, really, really good. You notice how I had a lot of batteries? You don't need to have that many batteries. 2 stacks of batteries is what's ideal. 3 stacks is awesome. 4 stacks is kind of overkill, right? So right there, I think I had like 4 or 5 batteries or 4 or 5 stacks of batteries. I dropped a stack so that I could pick up another grenade. That way, if there's someone who's playing on cover, I can push them out of the cover and give myself the chance to shoot them by using that grenade. Dude, you know what? I totally forgot to throw on my blue light glasses. I haven't really been wearing them. Haven't been wearing them recently. But these blue light glasses from Gamer Advantage have like super strong lenses in them, and they cut out like 90% of the blue light, or like a ton of blue light, and it keeps your eyes from hurting, especially if you sit in front of the computer all day. So if you guys haven't like worn blue light glasses before, these blue light glasses from Gamer Advantage are so comfortable, and it doesn't make your screen look yellow. And it keeps your eyes fresh all day. Like, you don't get headaches. Oh, I love these things, dude. Oh, here's an important thing. We're gonna watch this clip all the way through, and then we'll come back and we will rewatch this. But I want you guys to listen to how I kind of talk to my teammates here and how I guide them through this gunfight. Okay? Bacon, you've been on crypto. You shouldn't be stuck down there. Getting good damage. Can you lift up? Oh, I don't know if we'll be able to actually do that. I thought my Wraith was Horizon, so I said that's why you should lift up. I made a mistake. I didn't know. I forgot for some reason. Like I said, right? Like, we're just playing to hold up here, right? Well, like we'll let them chill down there. It's fine. So here's knocked. Okay, we're gonna push this. We're pushing to right here. Did not mean to fall right there. One HP, nice. 2v1, 2v1. Play Nox, play Nox, play Nox. Don't get knocked. Nice. Armor swap in your resin. Good stuff. I could not speak. My brain was melting. So, coming from the very beginning here, let's listen to these callouts right here. First thing first is look at where my teammate is playing and look at what legend he's playing. 1, we know that there's teams around. There's more than likely going to be a team who wants to play in zone right here, right? It's a good spot. It covers them from us. We can't easily see them unless we come here. They're on high ground. They can look down on all the other teams, you know, on the bottom side of the map here. So they're in a really strong spot. We're in a really strong spot too, right? But look at my teammate. He's playing crypto. There's no way for him to get out, right? And he's in a situation where he can easily get pushed because there's a wall here. I can't protect him easily, right? This team can easily do damage. And then if they get to this wall, that's it. It's game over. They're just going to push him and I can't see that, right? So I'm telling my crypto, hey, you're in a bad spot. You're also playing crypto. Don't play there, right? We can't really help you. Take yourself out of that gunfight. If you're a skirmish legend though, Revenant, Wraith, Horizon, Pathfinder, Octane, anyone who can move around easily, especially vertically, right? Then it's cool. It's fine to play these more aggressive, riskier spots because you can get in and out of them very easily. Crypto can't, so you shouldn't be playing here if you're crypto, Jibby, Mirage, right? You don't want to be in those bad spots that you can't easily get out of. Right here, I'm putting in damage. We could have possibly pushed off of that right there, but because we only got 100-ish damage off of that individual, by the time they pop a battery, by the time that we get there, they've already popped a battery and it's a fair fight again. So instead of pushing off of that, we're just going to play slow for a little bit, and then we'll try to create a new scenario that we can play off of. And then again, right, I was thinking that he was a Horizon, so I was like, hey, like we did a lot of damage. If we can get right here, right, then we're gonna be able to like actually fight this. But I was wrong about that. Again, notice how they're aggressing us. They're putting pressure on us. They understand that when people get damage, like they want to push. So if we do damage and we start pushing up and they don't look at us, they're going to have a really hard time defending when we get there. But this is an actual smart team. As we're doing damage, they're turning on us. They're looking at us and they're putting pressure so that when we do get there, if we do get there, they're going to have a much more fair fight because we would have got hurt on the way up. So they successfully deterred this push coming from us. Now we're looking for that next opportunity.
Like I said, right? Like we're just playing to hold up here, right? Well, like we'll let them chill down there. It's fine.
I just don't want my teammates to like feel like they have to fight this team, right? I'm reminding them our spot is really strong. We don't have to fight them right now, but if there's an opportunity that comes up, we will take it. And then sure enough, this opportunity comes. This seer hard challenges for no reason. He just stands right there and he gets one clipped. As soon as that happened right there, as soon as he got hit for 39, he should have dropped off.
Seer's knocked. Okay, we're gonna push this. All
right, so there's the push, or there's the break. We want to make sure that we're pushing up as hard as possible. Crypto should have only popped a battery, not a Phoenix kit, right? And then we want to make sure that we're getting in there as hard as possible, as quickly as possible, so that we can keep the advantage of a player knocked.
We're pushing to right here.
Right here, I really only wanted to hit the ledge so that I could look down and then do damage and maybe throw grenades, but I accidentally fell off. Always go for the person who just got rezzed, right? Because if you can get that re-knock, right, now it comes right back down to a 3v2. Instead of if I challenge the catalyst, now I'm taking a fair fight with a guy who's one shot who can easily shoot me, right? And then it's a 1v2 or a 3v3. So go for the first knock, right? Get to cover, reset kind of, recover here. And then at this point, I really tried to tell my teammates who was hurt, but I just couldn't get out of my mouth.
1 HP, nice. 2v1, play knock.
And then here, right, I'm noticing that like Gator's getting shit on. I want him to stay alive because if we get third party, I want him to be able to fight, or I want him to be able to be alive so that he can do something. So I'm reminding him, hey, use your cover, use my knockdown, play me.
Play knocks, don't get knocked. Nice, armor swap in your resin.
Always armor swap first before you do anything else. Take care of yourself before you take care of your teammates, right? If you pick up your teammate and he's one shot and you're one shot, that doesn't do anything for you if you get third partied, right? But if you pick up your teammate, right, and you have a shield and he's one shot, you can still get out, you can fight, you can do something.
Nice, good stuff, boys.
Also notice how my teammates dropped me a shield. That was really smart on their part, because them dropping me a shield means that I can instantly get like 100 health.
Same thing, we're playing like high ground here, and we're also, why do I hear cat spikes? Low ground, nice. Nice.
Off that damage, we want to make sure that we're moving up.
Don't drop. Get off your drone, we need to help this.
Look at me moving up off that damage. I'm not going to over chase him because we have a knock over here and we don't want to leave our power spot. We want to control our good side of the zone. Remember, being on high ground is super strong. It makes it hard for people to push up. Having cover here on the tight side of Storm makes it so that no one's in our back and we can just play comfortably right here. So again, our goal, even though there might be a free solo to go kill over here, it's more beneficial for us to play for zone, play for placement, and play for the win.
Make sure you're carrying an alt XL bacon. Alright, I'm holding one too for myself, but we want to be playing top this hill, like right here on this hill, and we're also playing right here, okay?
I can play down there. Or do you want to go play down there?
Let's push that team. Let's push that team out of that high ground. I'm gonna get up on height. I'm gonna get an angle on them. I think there's a team playing right here. We're gonna try and push this team out of this power spot.
They're low.
Oh, they are low. Yeah, you're right, you're right. We're just playing right here. They're actually swinging down low, so we're good. If our back is clear, we can start pushing up a little bit and control a little bit more zone so that we can back up if we have to.
Notice that call? You want to make sure that we're playing a little bit closer so that we can be doing damage, right? And then if we need to, we can always back up because we know that our back is clear, right? So moving forward, controlling more space so that you can back up is also really important. If you just stay in one spot, it makes it easier for teams to push up onto you and then you're stuck there. But if you're pushing up, right, and you need to push back, you can always move back to where you initially were.
That's a solo? Okay, I'm looking for this guy.
Gun down so I can run faster. Holster my gun so I can run faster.
Nice, good stuff, good stuff. There's still more people. Make sure you got nades or whatever it is.
I typically wouldn't loot that guy's box, but I had so many batteries and I really wanted to find more grenades for the end game in case I needed to move people out of cover.
Right here on my ping, right here on my ping. Look at this solo. I don't know if he's solo. Nice, good stuff. I'm taking power spot up here. Don't get knocked, Bacon. Yeah, they
And
have
again?
a rampart wall right here. I'm gonna look to drop down on this.
Could not figure out where this guy was.
Off of that, it's a solo rampart right here. Find right
Want to make sure that we're pressuring this guy. My teammate was looking to go do some damage, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to help him. Now we want to reset out of that spot. I thought I had my tactical, but I didn't, so I'm just trying to stay alive here. Reset.
I gotta get this Phoenix in. How long for your king? Get your EMP underneath the bridge or in a safe spot by bridge so that we can pop it.
Right. Now it's the last team. We're not in zone. And this team has the best spot in the game because they have zone and we need to run through the open. So what we're trying to do right now as a team is we're trying to create a scenario where we can make this team look away so that we can move up, right? And then we have a better chance of playing zone. We have a better chance at getting into cover. We have a better chance at pushing and finishing this fight. Something that I talk about all the time in the coaching sessions that I do with players, like in the private coaching sessions. By the way, if you want to book one, link in the description down below. Head over to my website, thedistrict.pro. We book up about a month in advance, so it can be kind of hard to get a session. But if you don't mind waiting, go ahead, book a session. We also have express sessions. Won't talk about that right now. But yeah, you can always book a private coaching session. But something that we talk all the time about in these private coaching sessions is you're not allowed to move through the open if there's if that team is able to look at you, right? So what our goal is to do damage or to forcefully make them look away. Like maybe I throw a grenade and then they don't want to stand on the grenade. They look away. We can move. The EMP is going to offer us the chance to put in 50 damage in a really big area so that we can maybe move up, right? It brings their red shield down to a blue shield and then we have red. So that's a really easy fight for us. What I'm doing, right, is I'm going to look to do damage with my guns because I don't have an ability that can do damage. And then with that, we can be moving up off of it.
We need to push up. This is the last team. I just needed a safe spot.
Right, so I'm looking to do damage here. Can't do anything about him. He's going to look away. So now I might have the opportunity to go fight someone. Now, I'm not too used to playing Rev. Again, this was really early in the season. Like, as you can see, I'm only silver 1 and I've been solo queuing, right? So instead of popping a cell now I'm going to use my ultimate. This is going to give me extra health. This is going to take me from like a purple shield back up to like a red shield plus, and then I can keep playing without having to heal.
Oh, I'm coming back to you. I'm on you.
Right? So if I made that Revenant over here look away and he's completely taken out of the fight, he basically doesn't exist for the next 10 seconds. His teammate, who's all the way over here in this right corner, I'm pretty sure it was a Valkyrie, she also can't really do anything because everything is happening far over here. She might have an angle, but she's not going to be able to be super effective. So I'm going to help out my teammate. I'm going to create a 2 versus 1 with him. And then with this 2 versus 1, now we can get an easy kill, reset quickly, and then go get back into the fight with the other people and keep the pressure going.
I'm going to charge this guy with you. Shit on, he's 1 HP. Nice, nice, nice.
Now we're going to reset. The reset gives you a chance to get your health back, gives you time to figure out what's going on, right? And again, it makes sure that you don't go from a winning situation into a fair situation, or even worse, into a losing situation. So keep your advantage by creating a small reset, backing out quickly, backing out quickly and shortly so that you can get back into that fight and go back full speed. Looking to keep putting in damage. My teammate called out that there was a solo over here, or he pinged it, right? So if I know that there's a rev right over here, and then I know that there's a solo right on over to the side. Oops, I spoiled it. And I know that there's a solo out to the side, right? I can choose to push the person who's closer and then have a fair 1v1. And then my teammate, let's just say I don't get the kill, my teammate can come and finish it for me. So right here, right? I see, oh, there's a Revenant all the way out here. He's solo. I don't know where the other guy is, right? My teammate calls out, someone right here. Okay, I can take that 1v1. Right?
Really hurt.
Look to do damage here.
Nice.
And then we just help out our team. Super easy fight. So I'll back that up so you guys can kind of rewatch that without me interrupting.
So, actually, I just need it in a safe spot.
Take him out of the fight. He can't help.
I'm coming back to you. I'm on you.
Helping my teammate with all the extra health I have.
Charge this guy with you.
2v1.
Shit on, he's 1 HP. Nice, nice, nice.
Reset.
Resetting here.
Reset, recover, re-engage. Keep the pressure on that team. Don't let them go back into a winning stance. Pressure up.
Valk's really hurt.
Reset, re-engage.
Nice. Nice, good stuff, boys.
Easy win. Yep. GG's, you guys were actually really fun to play with, homies.
Thanks, man. You too.
Later. Positioning and fundamental skills are the only thing you need to win games. I only did 2,000 damage. I only did 2,000 damage. My teammate did 900 damage. My other teammate did 1,400. So he did 1,398. So he did 1,400 damage, right? Like, we didn't really pop off that game. We had like a mediocre game. We didn't drop any 3Ks, no 4Ks. No one dropped like 10 kills. Like, we all had, you know, an okay amount of kills, an okay amount of damage. Bacon, low key, bro. I'm sorry. You really didn't really do anything. You kind of did fuck all that time, but hey, he had tons of assists. I think that came from the scans though, to be honest. Let's be real, right? But again, coming back down to it, you don't have to be super mechanically skilled. You don't have to have crazy aim. You don't have to have insane movement, right? And like, you don't have to be crazy at Apex. You just have to understand what teams need to do if they want to win. And then when you understand what they need to do, you can make them do other stuff from that, right? So if we're on high ground and we know that a team needs to play in a certain spot if they want to win the game, if we go and take that spot from them, well, now we have a better chance of winning that fight, right? And again, everything comes back down to your fighting mechanics and understanding how to take fights in a 1v1 kind of point of view. And then in that 1v1 point of view, you can look at it in like a 3v3 point of view, right? And again, it's kind of hard to explain. I'm not going to get super into it now, right? But if you really want to like continue to learn how to take fights like this, we offer one-on-one personal classes, which is just you and me. We work in the range, we work in matches, we work in ranked, and we have group classes, much like when you would go to school. A teacher, me, teaches the class, you guys, right? We all show up at the same time and we go over stuff together. Now, like I said, we have private one-on-one classes. We also have gameplay review classes. So a lot like how we do the Ranked videos every Wednesday, and a lot like how we did this video today. You know, you would send your clips in our Discord server. I will review your clips with you guys, break down what you did right, what you did wrong, and then if you have any other questions, then you are more than welcome to ask me, and we'll break down your questions also. Again, we like to review like as many clips as possible within the couple hours that we have, right? So if that's something that interests you, consider checking it out. The link will be in the description down below, or head to my website, thedistrict.pro. Your first month is 50% off, and if you want to buy a yearly subscription to the classes, that is also 50% off, right? So instead of paying like 30 bucks, or I'm pretty sure it's $15 a month for the VOD review, and then it's $30 a month for the gameplay review and the movement classes also, you can save half. You know, you can get 50% off and then just pay 15 bucks a month over the course of the year. But yeah, that's all for today. If you guys like that, make sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next one. Later.